Hi guys, once again welcome to Sementia Farms, and as I promised last week to bring you updates here at the farm. Last week we ended our 18th week where our birds started laying eggs. Today I want to bring you a summary of how that 1 week ended, so stay tuned. Welcome back guys. So as I said, I want to bring you a summary of how our first week of laying, and I want you guys, those with experience, be a judgment of this. Is this normal? It is not good. Did we fail, or are we going in the right direction? And I'm counting on you since this is our first time, and in case you're also learning from us, we want to be as transparent and honest as we can. So here we go with the numbers. So as you found out from last week, the first day in our 18 week, we actually picked 2 eggs out of 2,000 birds, right? So that means that not all the birds are gonna start laying at the same week, right? So we picked 2 birds on our first day. And then on the second day, we actually moved from 2 to 5. What does this mean? This means that 5 birds actually laid egg on the second day of the laying, and then on the third day we moved to 10. So we actually moved from 5 to 10, and that was what, 2 eggs, so we multiplied by 2. And then on the fourth day we moved from 10 to 17. So every day was a progress. So we moved from 10 to 17 on the fourth day, and then on the fifth day we actually moved from 17 to 33. So which was a big jump from there. And now don't forget, we are still counting about 2,000 birds, right? So 2,000 birds, and 33 of them laid eggs in week 18 on the 5th day. Week 18 on the 5th day, which is 5th month, and then the 5th day, right? And then we moved to the 6th day. 6th day, the jump wasn't so high. They moved from 33 to 36. And then on the 7th day, they actually moved from 36 to 45. 36 to 45. And then finally, they closed the week from 45 to 54. This is not bad, guys. As you can see, they were just increasing. So if you're really a record keeper at your farm, this helps you in so many ways. You get to see how well the birds are doing. You get to be able to manage your stock better, right? So this is the summary of our first week of laying. I'm counting on you guys to give me suggestions and to let us know if it actually worked. So I'm gonna go over it again in case you missed it. So the first day we actually picked 2 eggs. Second day we picked 5 eggs. Third day we picked 10 eggs. Fourth day we picked 15 eggs. Fifth day we picked 33. Sixth day we picked 36. Seventh day I think we picked 45, and then we moved to 54, and that's how we closed the week, 54. So in all, in 1 week we were actually counting 202 eggs for 2,000 birds. As I said, let me know how we did, if this is good. Somebody is going to ask, now that the birds have started laying, what is next? Is there a market? How are you going to sell it? So I'm going to take you guys through what we do once the birds start laying eggs. First of all, even before we were, I think about 2 months into our poultry farm, we already had 2 customers who have come from the city to register to buy our eggs. So these customers will come here once every month just to check on our birds for us, to make sure they are growing, we are still doing it, and to keep an eye on whatever we are doing. So the moment we started laying, one of them actually came here to see the eggs and say, wow, next 2 weeks I'm gonna come over and pick everything that you guys have. And this is how it works. So once the birds start laying, as you can see, the eggs are very small when they start laying. So if the first bird lays is small, I think it lays about 3-5 times before the eggs started becoming bigger. So anytime you're selling, what you're going to do is you're going to be sorting out the eggs. So you're going to sort them into 3 categories: the small ones, then the medium one, then the bigger one. Here, I know every region is different, but here at my region here, we do sell the small ones for 11 cedis, the medium one for 12 cedis, and the bigger one for 15 cedis per crate. I mean, if you're out there and you buy eggs and you think it's cheap, feel free to contact us as well. But if you're in a different region and you think your price needs to go up, yeah. If you think I'm being cheated, please also write it in the comment below. But this is the grade. From probably in 2 weeks time, all our eggs are going to be bigger, because every bird here probably had laid maybe 2, 3, 4 times. So then the eggs will start getting better. So I'll keep you guys updated, and I'll give myself about 2 to 3 months to really make some sales, and then sit down with you guys and let you know in a course of 1 week how much have I made, what percentage of the investment that have gone into this poultry farm have been made in the first 3 months from laying. So we'll be working on this analysis. So guys, stay tuned. As I said, I'm going to be transparent with you, so that if you're sitting there and thinking about going into poultry farming, you have a clear idea of what to expect, what is ahead of you, how much you need to start, and how well you're going to do. Another thing that I've also learned, and the question is, how come some birds, even though they all came at the same time, some lay before others? Because it's probably going to take us about 3 to 4 weeks before all of them start laying. So now about, let's say, 54 are laying out of the 2,000. Why? They all came at the same time. They've all been eating. It's dependent on so many different factors. The number one that I can think of is, diseases. Some of the birds might get sick, but they will recover. So within that period, they might not eat well. So as they are not eating well, they are not growing as better as the others. So that is definitely going to affect the time where they start laying. The second thing I can think of is also the number of feeders you have in your poultry pen. So if you have, let's say, 1,000 birds and you have only 2 feeders, so therefore, or let's say even only 10 feeders, and let's say once you put food in, only 20 at a time are able to go and eat, then the remaining that are hanging around are not going to eat as much as the 20. And what is going to happen is that the 20 that always rush to get the food fast are going to grow bigger. So in the course of their 5 months, those guys, because they are bigger, are going to be eating more than the others until they are full. That's when the others can come and eat. So this is very important information, that you make sure you have enough feeder, that when you put food in your pen, all the birds are able to eat at the same time, so that they are all growing at the same height, the same weight, and so on. This will reflect during the laying process. And these are some things that I've learned, and I'm definitely going to make changes in future. It's all about investment. The more you invest, the better you reap your profit as well. So guys, stay tuned. This is just 1 week. We're going to continue bringing you updates on the eggs, the money, the profit. Are we making a loss? So you guys know, so that you can also make the better decision for yourself. Thanks for always watching, and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't yet. Next week we'll bring you a new episode on the eggs, cost, and everything as well. Thank you very much.